Hi everyone, Tiffany Tillman here with another edition of Q&A Wednesday, a weekly feature here at simplytiffanystudios.com dedicated to answering your digital scrapbooking questions. This week's question is one I've been asked by none other than Debbie Hodge of Get It Scrapped during a Masterful scrapbook design webinar. But to be fair, the original question was first asked by Andrea in my It's Elemental class, so she gets the credit. And Andrea's question was, Tiffany, I noticed that on one of your layouts, it looks like you cut a hole in your background paper and then added a shadow. And I was wondering, did you use a cutout? And if so, how? Or did you use shadowing effects? Andrea's question was such a great question, and I promised Debbie that I'd feature the question here on a video Q&A Wednesday. So without further ado, let's explore what I call the peekaboo effect. And this technique is for both Photoshop and Photoshop Elements users. Rock on, baby. Peekaboo is not just a game I play with my son. It's also an honest-to-goodness, fun technique I like to use on my DigiScrap pages to build layers. That's my sole purpose, to increase the range of layers on my page without the page appearing bulky. And what I mean by that is if I were to take a cross-section of the typical scrapbook page, I'd find the bottom layer to be the background, followed by some brushes or more paper, some photos, elements, and accents. Do you agree? From bottom to the top, that would be my layer range. Okay, good. I like to step further and increase the total range of my page's layers by adding items behind the background. And the only way to see the party happen in a groovy sort of way behind the paper is to cut holes in the background like windows so you can see the goings on. Now, one might think that the obvious way to cut a hole is to layer two papers together, one behind another, grab the marquee tool, create a selection, and then delete the selected area. Okay, you could do that. Yeah, I guess you could. You could get all fancy schmancy on me too and create a selection area, reverse the selection, and then create a layers mask. And that's all good too. But then you're limited to the shape of your selection, and every single time you decide to change the shape of your cutout, you have to start over from scratch with that process. And if you like to spend a lot of your time building kick-butt pages, well, use that process because it works. But baby, there's another less destructive way, and it offers you options. So enough talk, let me show you what's in my bag of tricks. Start with the background layer. Add your favorite vector shape or PNG file for that matter. Everything is fair game. Open the Layer Style menu or Layer Effects in Photoshop Elements and add an inner bevel. Click OK, and then go the extra mile and clip a paper to your shape. That's it. No, seriously, that's it. Look what happens. The emboss adds a shadow and a highlight to your shape, implying that the shape has depth. And you can play with the settings, like the size and the depth of the bevel to increase or decrease the shape's proximity from the background layer. And here's another equally important key tip. Depending on the location of your shape layer, you might want the shadows of the shape to face a certain direction. No problem. Alternate the bevel's direction by changing it from up to down. Now, I can hear your brain a-buzzing. Can you use any type of shape? Yes. Does it matter the location? No. Do you have to clip a paper to it? Nope. Clip a photo, use a color, keep it bare. From here, you can go anywhere. Andrea and Debbie Hodge of Masterful Scrapbook Design, that's the A to your Q. If you found this video to be helpful and know a digital scrapbooker who could benefit from this set of techniques, please email them and let them know. We all want to build kick-butt pages. And if you're looking for more great digital scrapbooking tips, techniques, and tutorials using Photoshop or Photoshop Elements, join me over at reneepearson.com for my newest class, Brush Shop. And if you have a question you'd like to see answered here on Simply Tiffany's Q&A Wednesday, just click on the Submit a Question link and use the handy-dandy form. Remember, if your question is chosen, I'll send you a $10 gift certificate good for any product at my store. All right, girls, until next Wednesday's Q&A, happy scrapbooking.